Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to VRML preseason. I am Dash
And
in the
I am
casting
Kung.
booth. Yep, that's Kung, and we got Subtlety on the camera. So tonight we got a pretty exciting matchup where Synapse actually has to play a bit of catch up because they took a week off. So they got 4 matches this week, if I'm not mistaken. And starting it off, they're going to play against Ironic in the first makeup match. We also have a Kango's one that we haven't seen so far, so I'm pretty excited for that one later on. I believe that's Sunday, if I'm not
Yep,
mistaken. But
Sunday at 7 o'clock Eastern Time.
yeah, so they got quite a hill to go through with all these
Mhm.
matches. But we saw them in the first weekend; they look pretty strong. So I don't doubt that they can pull some moves on, despite having all these games to make up.
Yep, they're definitely a good team. They've taken 2-0 right now.
All right, so it looks like we have everybody in the match. We just Palace. I don't think he crashed. Oh wait, that sounds like a little crash sound. All right, so maybe momentarily Palace will be back, and then we'll finally get this show on the road. The players starting to warm up because Synapse has been out for a week, so I don't know if they're gonna be cold after this match or what's that gonna be.
Synapse, after week 1 of the preseason, we're doing very well. They went 2-0 with 98 points. I think they finished top 3 for the week. Now they've got a lot of catching up to do. Their 4 games. Really be the #1 team if they keep up strong work for the next 4 games.
Yeah, and in the first week they faced off against your team, Team Joker, and I know that you guys were having maybe that first round with Rock Tour, the new addition to the roster, whereas Synapse had already so much chemistry because YouTube's been a long time player on their roster, and they just kind of fell into that fourth 4v4, kind of like how Ignite did, having so many people
Yeah.
being on that roster already.
Yeah, they're definitely a good team. We had a close few games, beat us 2-1, and they're definitely a great team. They have great chemistry, great passing, and definitely great shot.
And Ryan says he can't hear you, Kung.
Would you like me to talk louder?
Yeah, I don't know. Is everything on your end good, Subtlety? Can you see Kung talking? Okay. Yeah, maybe just a little too quiet on the mic.
All
But
right.
it looks like we have all the players in now. So we will tell them to ready up, and we'll.
That's gonna be a very interesting game. Ironic now. Let's look at their standings right now in their match. Currently, they're in 6th place with 3 wins and only 1 loss. So they could hand the first loss to Synapse here if they'd pull up. Their
Yeah,
3 wins are against Chaos, Spaghetti. No, they lost against Spaghetti. They beat Atlas Megacorp and Systematic Failure.
yeah, definitely a nice roster. Dollar Ranger's been around for a good while, and he has a very good shot. He has a good angle. If you give him that room, he'll
Mhm.
definitely punish you. And Callan, on the other hand, I've seen him, up and coming, pretty good on his defensive end.
Yeah,
Single shot, who came from another team, before the season even started, joined up with them, and he's been doing pretty well.
yeah, it's a new roster for the season, but definitely an interesting roster.
Ryan Rhino with what's our bets? I don't know, man. Synapse is looking pretty strong in the first week, so they're definitely the favored win. Now, I'm gonna try to clear it out. Zach with a quick intercept from Callan, and now he gets to start off this attack. But Andy with a great defense, it gets stunned out. A bit of hesitation is now gonna allow for Ironic to continue this attack. Callan gonna look up top for his teammate, but just misses the reception as Dollar Ranger. And a bit of confusion on the side of Synapse where they just couldn't get it out of their hands. Maybe a headbutt.
Wow. Yeah, it's good pickups from Ironic there. They had a few missed passes, but Synapse, you could tell they haven't played it together in a few days. Missing a few passes.
Definitely
it's
gonna
just
have to
beginning.
shake that rust off.
Yeah, they've got a bunch of time to get back into it. Only 2 points.
And gonna start it off with a nice self passes YouTube as Palace now making his approach downfield. He has a pass low, goes for Zach on the short Merc. And now here's an opportunity for a 1v1 if Andy can just dunk it, and he will.
Wow. Just goes right around and dunks it in. Yeah,
They
they
gave
let
him.
Andy get up there all by himself, and he just took it.
If you definitely give people space, they will take advantage of it. Now tied up early in the game. Now 8:30 left. Let's see how Ironic decides to push back. A nice chain to shake the disc. Andy with an open net. It's gonna look good. Oh, but just a weird bounce off the pyramid. But
It will
back
regain
to the hands
possession.
of.
Either. 4 defenders here. Let's see if they can get through. Goes for a shot. It just barely misses.
YouTube gonna pick it up and looks on to the L for another pass. Instead, he's gonna back it up just a bit more. Palace with a quick pass just behind his teammate. Luckily, YouTube will be there now with these nice reads on the wall. But Single waiting for that back pass. Now it's a race to the disc. They try to separate once more. Andy trying to get that spacing like he did so well in the first point, but Della Ranger with another great read on the back pass.
He gets faster chain now here. Looks like Ironic will pick it up. Oh, it's going to get saved by YouTube.
We're right back in the hands of Callan. He sees his pass up top and he has a reset. You'll see that pass. Now Duller sees that space that they shouldn't give him as YouTube's so close to saving it.
Ironic got a good boost there, but Synapse chain is also very good. They just couldn't get it up in time to get back. And because of that, Ironic kept possession and led to a goal.
You can still Synapse warming up, you know. Having to take that week off, it definitely does take a toll on your skills. But a good team, so they will quickly be back into it, no doubt. As YouTube picks it up, but a missed pass. It's going to bounce all the way down. Zach there for the pickup. And now working it up. Looks like he'll have the opportunity to take it in himself, and he will. Ties up the game.
Zach, so good at that. Just does a barrel roll. 2 defenders, doesn't care. He'll just take it in, roll over, and shoot it.
Yeah, maybe having somebody on those invisible blocks to cut him off early. He did have a bunch of people in the bubble. There's nobody really on him. When they were, it was just too late. As CJ to work it up. And look for the back pass. It's gonna be contested quickly by Zach. That does force a turnover. It's a big clear downfield. And Synapse is already there with the chain. Just overshooting it. Now probably giving... Oh, look! It gave him the opportunity to get back in the goal. But the interference from Synapse. Excellent play.
Yeah, indeed. Synapse got a chain there first. Ironic, they got stunned out and couldn't get back in time. Which leads to that open goal.
So Synapse already looking like the team they were in the first week, picking up where they left off. It's going to leave Ironic with some work to do, but not down and out of this game just yet. Only 3 points, 5 minutes left in the round. They can still get a good attack going. Nice passes, taking their time. Duller over to CJ, and CJ looking for behind. Looks like he was forced to take a back pass. A good coverage on the lanes by Synapse. An even better chain as they will shake it from Duller. Be faced with an open net, and instead they're going to try to C-play it. And there's the open net, but off the barrier, so missed opportunity. Perhaps
There's
it could have been
definitely some of the rust that we were talking about. Open goal, just gotta try to converge on that and make the shot. That's something that'll happen if you're not there for a week.
Definitely had a lot of time to even just float it in, as nobody from Ironic was back. And as Ironic will come back here, his single shot. But man, taking his time, who knows if maybe he would have had a better shot at it had he just gone in. Instead, it's a return over. And again, Synapse beating them on the chain. So Synapse just walking all over him with the chain game.
Yep, Synapse's chain is definitely one of the best. Right now they're just have 3 people chaining, and then the other guy's gunning all of Ironic, and Ironic can't get out of it.
And not to say Ironic isn't putting up some good offensive efforts, maybe just not having the quick recovery. They don't chain up soon enough. Synapse is already chained or leeching onto one of their players, getting those easy open nets.
Synapse is good, or not Synapse, sorry, Ironic is good at getting close to the goal. They just can't finish the shot.
Yeah, definitely something that hurts over time. Well, especially an interception that close, and Palace trying to take a little backboard shot. Maybe panicked. Though he did have some room, and YouTube just winning that possession. What an amazing slap. But it's just out of the reach of his teammate, and Callan will get a big clear, chaining with his teammate. But Synapse there again. Again, just so fast. Oh, with it. Oh, nice. Close. Now Duller with a great interception. Callan for the goal. It's going to be missed, so CJ helps bail him out. And now only a 3-point game, 2:40 left.
Yeah, great play there by Ironic. Good passing. Good unintentional pass off the backboard, too. I like to say that was pass.
Everything's a real pass.
Mm-hmm.
No. Long cross to the other tube. As Andy observes his options, he has YouTube for the reset. A long pass on top cross, but leaving them open again. So it was, oh no, Zach this time just dinging off the crossbar. It was a good opportunity. And Ironic kind of getting bailed out of that one because they left them open again, and a long shot. It looks good. Oh, single just missing it. And then losing the chain game again was Ironic.
Synapse chain is just on point today. They're getting every disc they're recovering.
Anything that goes into their bubble, or the other bubble for that matter, they're just there already. It was a nice read from single almost. This will leave Zach with an opportunity to clear, and he will. It was a pass to Andy. Now Andy looks like he had a chance for an open net, but instead he's gonna not be aware that there was a player then, and a quick shot from Duller, just missing. That's a second one. Yeah, this really hurts because they were just such good shots, just off the mark.
Open
Andy.
goal here for Andy.
Mm-hmm.
He'll take it and score it.
Yeah,
Ironic here. They've had 2 half-court shots. They've been so close, just barely missing. And then themselves, they get an open goal scored on. And now they're down by 6. Still doable.
Yeah, definitely could have pulled ahead. Was Ironic had they just made those 2 3-pointers. But instead, going into this final minute, it might be Synapse, especially with saves like that, who will take this round. As the seconds tick down, it's looking more and more like Synapse for round 1. And just maintaining that possession. They don't need to score, they just need to keep it out of the hands of Ironic, which they will as Andy, or Zach, passes it to himself again. Across to Andy. Andy for one final push as he's going to duck under space with the 1v1. Callan, can he stop him? No, he won't. Andy's just too quick with the moves.
Andy just skeezing right now. Knew the game was over, just wanted some style points. Definitely got them there. Ducking the first guy and then just rolling around everybody else on goal. Great play.
So Synapse, not as rusty as people might have thought, as they're already back with the great chains, the great shots, and the defense. The defense just on point for them, covering the lanes, not leaving Ironic with too many options. And whatever options they do take, there's a chain waiting for them right there.
Yeah.
So for the scoreboard, we got Andy leading his team with 7 points. And Palace coming in second with 5. And Zach with 2. And YouTube, as always, having some high saves. He doesn't really score all that much, but he plays such a strong back line that, hey, Might not show up here on the scoreboard as a threat, but he's definitely a big threat.
9, 8, 7, 6,
See what
5, 4,
Synapse can pull off this joust. Last joust, I believe, went to Ironic. It was a close joust for sure.
teams have cleared the launcher.
Ooh, wow, what a bounce. It's still into the hands of CJ. So he gets a big clear to maybe his teammate Duller, but instead there's a good chain and then open net almost.
Oh!
Instead a sneak by Andy. This is an
Alan tried
open net for
stunning him,
Andy. If he can just bounce it around so close.
Picked off.
Single shot, you're gonna
Clears
clear
out
it
of there,
when you
so
had nobody on him.
what a
Probably
pick.
miscommunication there.
Yeah, perhaps thought his teammate was ready in the tunnel. Maybe he had a chain ready, but that wasn't the case. And looks like, ooh, Andy's gonna lose a disc. He still picks it up. Chance for a
Wow.
1v1, and wow, what a weird dunk.
Launchers.
That's what
I think
happens
he
whenever you
just
give him some
rolled and
space.
ducked.
12, 11,
Very weird
10,
indeed.
9, 8, 7,
Maybe just giving him too much room. I think if they have a
3.
defender on the torch or on the shield, they can cut him off early.
Here we go.
Deller working the moves around Palace and a bounce pass into the middle. It's going to be a turnover as Zach takes a shot or bouncing clear. It does look pretty dangerous though. Deller just saving his team and quick pass up top. It's going to be another turnover. It's Andy. Back pass to Zach. Back to Andy. Andy's going to be covered. Oh, but a quick juke. And a bouncing pass into the trench. It's not going to favor him too much. A single could get there for the good contest, and he will. That's going to be a big clear.
Synapse can retrieve the disc again. Their chain's been very great today. If they keep that up, I think they'll be able to take the next 2 games. Ironic's just gotta find a way to stop that and beat their chain. Eventually stunning them.
It looks like a bit of a triple commit on that one guy. It's going to leave such an opportunity for Synapse if they can pick it up. Had they made the reception, it would have been a different story, but luckily Ironic will shake it one more time. There's a pass forward to Andy. Andy working the moves again.
Yeah, they're Ironic, just everybody was outside of the 2-point bubble, and nobody was covering the guys that were there ready to attack. So Synapse took advantage of that and just had somebody at shoulder, took it in, scored a 1v1.
There's a bit of miscommunication on their defense, I believe. I saw that triple commit. It's not a good sign. It leaves people like Andy to just get these. Wow, Zach, a close shot, but Andy there for the pickup. Maybe, no, Duller flies in and stuns him. Still YouTube on the back line like he always is. And Zach shaking it from all the teammates despite the possession almost going into Ironic, just really not giving them any room to breathe.
Yeah. Good pressure there by Ironic.
Zach
Now
taking
he's
his
gonna
time.
hold it.
Yeah, he knows he has the power. They have the lead. Don't have to do too much. And YouTube maybe can catch up to it, but he won't. And Zach misreads that disc. So it leaves Della Ranger with the shot, but I guess maybe he thought he was pressured, so it's a pass for C. And a back
Yeah,
pass to
Ironic
count.
try to convert and try to take their time, get a quick 2. There. Oh, just missed by Dollar.
I think
think
he scraped it on the
Yeah.
bottom of the backboard. That's unfortunate. Easy pickup for Zach. So he gets it through and the chain is ready, or I guess I thought it was ready, but this is a dangerous bounce regardless. As Palace picks it up, turns it in for
Palace.
2 more.
Palace leached on to Ironic's chain there, even though Ironic got the better chain. They couldn't hold off the one defender. Grabbed onto their leg and just pulled through and got more speed than them. Unfortunate.
And it just seems that Ironic story of tonight has just been just very, very unfortunate bounces and missed shots.
That was an Ironic thing.
Geller with a quick pickup over to Single. Single looking low for CJ. But then again, the chain is there. And he does stun out the chain. This opportunity now, if they can just take advantage of the number situation, but with a missed pass like that, it's not going to work.
Clears it out.
Callan getting beat by the chain. Zach with all the time in the world for a shot. It's just very, very wide.
Great
And
pickup
CJ with
by
a quick
Orange.
slap,
Orange clears
trying
it
to
out.
buy some lifelines for his team.
Ironically, just get a chain there, they probably would have been able to get an open shot.
Blue sends it
Decided
back
to
the
just
other
stay
way.
back and wait for
Interception.
them to set up, I guess.
Yeah, definitely not really seeing any chains from Ironic anymore, and it is hurting them, as they can only cover one guy at a time. And not only that, if they do shake it, there's no recovery potential. That is a nice
Picked off.
intercept from Single, but he slaps it back into the hands of YouTube. Another intercept from CJ, and he just loses it on the Geo. Wow, that's unfortunate, but Andy with a wild shot down low.
They just really need to find a clear here.
The disc.
You know, for
Ooh,
back
risky.
pass.
Orange
They
clears
can
it
go.
out.
Oh no, there's one there.
Pick.
You might be able to pick this one up if they get there fast. No, it doesn't. It will be able to.
Oh, is that an open net? Ooh, just saved by the block was Andy. But then again, Palace. Ooh, almost sneaking it behind the back. But it's just centered up again as Zach is just going to try to spin his way to victory. But he won't be allowed to. They finally adjusted to Zach's moves. And that's a dangerous clear. It's going to bounce off of the barrier into the hands of Callan for 3.
There we see Ironic getting a chain. That's all they need. They got it clear. Took them a bit, but eventually they did get it clear, and they got a chain, and voila, it leads to a score.
4, 3,
If they can keep doing that, it'll definitely work in their favor.
teams
They definitely need more chains on the side of Ironic.
throws it way downfield.
There it is. Maybe it'll shake the disc. But YouTube always has that good judgment. And now an open pass downfield, and it's Zach. When a 1v1 doesn't need too many spins, just needs good placement on that shot.
14, 13,
Definitely. They're leaving. They shouldn't be leaving that one man, Zach, wide open there. They know he's a good shooter.
5,
Goalie or somebody's got to pressure him because if he has a 1v1, he's determined to make that.
teams
Maybe challenging him before he even got the pass would have been a nice move.
interception.
Especially this late in the game, they need some points. They can't be leaving open nets like this as Palace tries to take a bounce shot. Deller might be there first. Andy immediately pressuring though.
Headed back
This is
downfield.
not a clear. I mean, YouTube just on the back line.
Blue sends
No
it back
clears
the other
allowed.
way.
Oh, but what a
Headbutt.
snag. Single
Going
with the
for a
bounce shot of
bounce
his
shot?
own.
Ooh.
Intercepted. Blue clears it out.
Palace with a nice back pass forward to Zach. Zach has chance for an open shot. Bounce shot is going to be so close. Ooh, just the wrong bounce.
Interception.
Otherwise, I would have been in. And Deller doesn't get rid of it in time. That's going to be another 2 points for Zach.
Get to your launcher.
Again, Ironic picked it up, but they just held it for a bit too long, and
11,
definitely doesn't work in their favor. They got it stolen from.
7,
That's an open goal.
6,
Just gotta get rid of that disc.
3, 2,
A bit of a speed game that they're lacking. And on the other hand, Synapse is just so good with the chains, the passes, the defense, just like that. Palace sneaking up once more and tries for
Another.
another bounce shot. Zach spinning around. Ooh, look, they're not going to be able to stop him. He just comes in from the 0 angle.
get to your launcher.
I want to say Synapse has tried, attempted at least 7 bounce roof shots.
7,
Yeah, it's definitely one you see every time they get a chance, they do it. Don't seem to be punishing
definitely
that
love
much
doing
this game. Yeah.
has begun.
So luckily for Ironic, they haven't been made, but they are getting close, and they do end up being points nonetheless because the recovery game from Synapse is just that good. And Deller and try to take a quick pass to the backboard where his teammate was waiting, but Palace, now he's the one that gets snuck up on as Deller passes it forward. Callan with the last shot right there, but it's saved. And again, another sneak on Palace. And they're just desperate for points, shooting anything that they can at this point.
Blue sends it back the other way.
But a big clear is going to probably close this match out as Zach is going to go for 2 more, and he will. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the series for Synapse.
The W brothers are definitely doing a lot of work, each with double digits in points.
This round
Crazy.
is over.
Definitely great shooters.
Victorious.
It's just mainly their teammates that are just feeding them. I mean, look at the assists on the side of Palace and YouTube, 2 and 3, and then Zach with 3 assists of
Yeah.
his own. They're just feeding each other these points.
Also, they have great clears. As soon as they get the clear down, they have a chain together and they go.
Now the last round about to come up. Hopefully Ironic can adjust to this amazing defense that Synapse has. Or maybe just chain more. I feel like just there hasn't been enough speed coming out from Ironic. There's no recovery right now.
Round starting in
Synapse, you definitely gotta
13.
have a lot of speed when you're playing Synapse. They're a fast team, they know each other, they know where each other are at all times.
7, 6, 5, 4,
Ironic is definitely surprised me. They're doing very well. They're just small things they have to adjust, and they could definitely be one of the better teams.
interception. It's
Oh,
headed back down.
CJ had a nice pass, and there's a chain waiting, but the missed pass is allowing that turnover. Now YouTube, oh, dangerous.
Throws it way down.
See, bounces off the Pac-Man into the midfield.
Catches the enemy pass.
That single, getting the disc taken away from him, and now it's Palace. Getting snagged on again. And the missed pass. So, whereas Synapse, very good with their passes, they all know where each other are. Ironic seems to maybe be a little bit struggling like on these passes and communication. They're not hitting them, they're missing them just too much.
They're just panicking a little bit, and it makes for just a tiny mistake, but it doesn't work out.
Andy taking a long shot, and look who's zooming in is Zach. And now it's an open net again, but instead it's wide, so Zach will help out his brother and start off the game with 2 points.
12, 11, 10,
Ironic's good. They can get down to the other side.
7,
They keep possession for a bit. Whenever they get close to the goal, though, they seem to just mess up and get a missed pass.
Yeah, they definitely have been rushing their passes quite a bit, and speaking of getting rushed is Zach as he turns in for 3. What a quick joust. Man, I don't just blink and I missed that one.
Yeah, Ironic definitely wasn't expecting that one. They'll probably be expecting it this time, and
5, 4,
let's see if Synapse pull off another sneak attack.
Or maybe they just wait for the quick pass.
orange sends
It's also a good strategy. If you have a quick PE joust, you can also play back a bit to force that panic shot or pass and intercept the guy on the way over there. But it looks like,
See, right
again,
there.
more passes being missed. Now Zach getting snuck up on. CJ gets snuck up again, so just turnover after turnover, and that's a bounce shot. It's going to be bouncing dangerous, as it always is, especially whenever you have Palace with the great recovery and open net. Oh, it looks like CJ was so close to recovering that.
He was right there. I think he's going just a bit too fast past the disc. That hurts. Just watching the disc right in front of you. Nothing you can do. Just
So Synapse starting off even stronger in the 3rd round, not really giving Ironic any lifelines here. Man, just all these passes are just immediately covered. They're forced to take shots on goalies. And that's a nice clear. It's going to go all the way down. And luckily, Ironic is there first. Something that hasn't happened too much in this match. CJ over to Dollar Ranger. He's going to have a big clear, but if there's no chain, then all these clears are for nothing. But there is a chain as CJ with an opportunity across over to single.
as soon as they get that good pass, they can just take it in. Every time they should be able to do that. They're so close every time. Just clip in that some block.
having that opportunity to set up their offense, they really can show it off. It's more of just getting through that midfield where Synapse is just dominating right now.
Clears it out of their zone.
Zach, the great position. He's playing just like last round where he's not in a rush. They have a huge lead,
Blue clears
but
it
missed
out of
passes
their
like
zone.
that allow Ironic to maybe come back, but no.
Putting hold
YouTube
on.
gets snuck up on, and that's a male slot. If Della Ranger can get to there
Ooh.
first, but there's more chains coming out from Ironic. And a pass under maybe, but instead they opt for a reset to start the attack fresh. Long crossover to single, crossover to CJ for 2 more, and they're closing this lead right now.
And there we go. Not missing that pass. They make that pass complete, and they score once again. Twice now. The little things he's got to focus on, and they can keep on scoring and racking up these points.
They're having good defensive stops. It's more of what happens after that. And as long as they have a chain, they'll never be too far behind. But you would miss passes like that, you can probably capitalize. And Andy, nice awareness, but getting snuck up on. They can just clear and boost this one. But no! What? I hope somebody's back in goal. Oh no! He was just
That
too
one
fast.
hurt. A missed clear goes all the way back behind you.
Yeah, Callan saw that and he said, I gotta get back, but he missed his blocker, the crossbar, and he floated too far back. A great shot by Synapse.
Very unfortunate.
Orange sends it back the other way.
Got a 2-1 almost.
Blue catches the enemy pass.
Zach's just gonna stun him.
Blue clears it out of
And
their
taking
zone.
a bounce shot. It's gonna bounce pretty dangerous.
Team takes
But luckily Ironic is there for the
Orange
pickup.
clears it out of their zone.
As CJ tries to clear it out for his team, and it looks like it's gonna be a nice clear, but the chain from Synapse is already working.
Possession
Palace
moves
picks it
to
up.
the blue team.
Now 4 minutes left in this game, and Palace snuck up on again Della Ranger for 3 more. 4 minutes left in this match.
Never see some of the Ironic speed in their chain.
11,
Now they're only down by 4 points with 4 minutes left. It's
7,
definitely able to have a good comeback here.
4.
Yeah, I don't know if Synapse is maybe lacking a bit of communication, but I feel like they've been getting snagged on more than Ironic has on what seems to be like
Way downfield.
what should be easy callouts, but who knows? Maybe it's that weak break that we talked about. Maybe the communication isn't there, but the skill is. Now Zach working it up. Has a pass, but just out of reach for Palace. And another opportunity for Ironic to chain and get another 3, and there we'll get another shake. CJ for 3 more points, but Andy with an excellent snag is going to deny it, and now a 3-point opportunity for them, and it looks really good. Oh, Palace. Man, those hurt.
Back and forth right there. I think it was Callan or C. Jason with that shot. If you just made that one extra pass to Dollar up there, could have went for the easy 2. You just gotta have a bit more communication.
Clears it out of their zone.
And pass is going to go all the way back, and Dollar's going to have to try to find Andy for it, but Andy does win the possession, but was rushed for the shot. But Zach missing the
Must've
shot
been
of
too
his
much.
own.
Interception. Orange
Yeah,
clears
too much
it out
spin
of
on
their
that
zone.
one. Maybe reel it back. But with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in this match, it's looking further and further for Ironic unless they can shake it now. It's not going to happen whenever you have deep passes like that. Good stun by Duller,
Orange clears
but
it
need
out of
good
their
clears, and that's not a good clear as Zach has a pass open on the shoulder. Palace working it up. There's a pass behind the goal, maybe for a dunk, and there will be as Andy dunks it in and increases the lead.
Ironic, they really just gotta focus on clearing that disc.
10, 9,
They've had a few clears now where it just can't get through to the other side, and Synapse able there, and they definitely take advantage of it.
Yeah, whether it's YouTube on the back line. Oh, wait, is that a missed disc? Oh, no. Zach, don't, please. Oh, you gotta do it. And it just happens like that sometimes, but not really what you want to see, especially in this last round.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
Alright.
2,
See what the last minute of play will hold us.
Yeah, hopefully some good pushes from Ironic, because they do have the potential to get some nice passing plays. It's just getting there is the hard part. So here's an opportunity for a nice cross, but it's just under single shot. Delaranger with the pickup, a quick forced pass,
intercepted.
and YouTube just gonna work it out with the big clear. With 40 seconds counting down, it might be over. If Andy can get to this one, we will.
The disc.
Almost had a solo play opportunity, but instead he passes it back to his team. Zach gets snagged on, but he still maintains possession. Just working this defense right now. It looks like it was a cross pass to Andy, and oh, Andy maybe able to do it. He will. A bounce shot. Wow, what an angle. Did that bounce off the rim into the goal from there?
13, 12, 11,
That's
10,
just been out of control now. Synapse.
7, 6.
I think Ironic's just losing the spirit right now, and that'll be the game now.
In the books.
21-7.
Has it this time?
Yeah, Synapse just... They were looking very, very strong. Not much you can do whenever these lanes are just covered by a good chain. And then the shots coming out from Synapse were just so good. And look at the scoreboards. Zandy with 15, Zach with 18, Palace then caught up with 16. YouTube still with 0, but hey, we know where he's at. He's working that back line, not allowing any of those clears to go through.
I think it was a great game. Ironic, they surprised me. They were a good team. They are a good team. They're gonna get better too. Just small things that they gotta work on.
Yeah, a bit of it is separation and some passes, but once they do get into that bubble and their passes are on point, they were displaying some really nice crosses. So
yes, Synapse really showed up.
Synapse with their return, it's definitely showing off the skill like they never left. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, will be the match between Ironic and Synapse. Synapse taking the sweep. We have more games coming up because it's a night of NA games. Actually, a couple overlapping. So we'll get a move on and we'll see you in the next one.
Goodbye, everybody.